It's not doing anything.
All right, well, shut. Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, the honors to the elder apostles, great millstone who were well, and salutation and much love to Akim out there pushing out his word and truth and sincerity. Brother, some great millstone Tampa back out with another video, Lord's will is edifying. Yeah, it's this life. Just a little. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna go in the spirit. Would you title it? Open forum or?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go in the spirit. Whatever the spirit bring out. But we'll start off on this article I came across, and it's entitled. It's on AlJazeera.com. It says Iran fires ballistic. Revolutionary Guard says the exercises were designed to resist for shit to go down in that region. Iran, Israel, which there's a reason why Israel's on the forefront of this, because first and foremost, that's our land. All right, it was stolen from us. All right, a bunch of imposters are on that land, but that's how the scriptures say that the least shall draw them out. I believe it's in Isaiah, or it's in Jeremiah as well, I believe. But nonetheless, this is the news that we've been looking for. Which is going to continue to intensify, and ultimately, let me get it real quick. Okay, it's Isaiah, or no, Jeremiah. I'll read the one in 50, Jeremiah 50 and 45. It says, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh that he had taken against Babylon." All right, so this is against Babylon. This is his counsel. This is his device. All right, which is his plot, his idea, or the end game. It says that he had taken against Babylon, which is we're here in modern Babylon, Babylon the Great. All right, the daughter of Babylon. All right, mystery Babylon, whatever you want to call it. This is Babylon. All right, this ain't it. We're not talking about ancient Babylon. It says, "In his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them." So the least of the flock being these damn gutter rats, the big nose and small hat people. All right, they're out there in our land calling themselves Israelis. All right, in the land of Israel, but it says that the least shall draw them out, because the least is the Amalek, and they're gonna draw what, Babylon, because remember, this is the council against Babylon, so shall draw them out. So these wealth, the cause why America enters. All right. I am tablet. Yeah. All right. So Lord's will is better now. The quality. Let me just check it real quick. Yeah, it's way better now. Yep, the quality's better.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So go ahead.
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I'll start at verse 28. It says, "Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth."
Dragons of Arabia, the Ishmaelites.
So-called Arabs.
Yeah, so-called Arabs, which they're out there, they're going hard, man. Them niggas are wild. Yeah, that scripture said Ishmael's a wild man. They said talking about suicide bombers, but them niggas take it to the extreme. Yep. And that's who majority makes up the Middle East.
And it says, "Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall also the Carmanians,"
which is Elam, Persians.
Yep, which is the modern day Iranians.
Iran, India.
Yep.
I believe Pakistan. Shit, probably Afghanistan too. It got a lot of Elamites in there mixed with Ishmael. But shit, it probably majority Elam. That's why they're so powerful. So right. They call it the graveyard of kingdoms or something like that. Yep. Just like how did who conquered all these when the Persians, it was the Persians, Xerxes and all them, that was Elam. They were powerful people, come up against the Spartans or whatnot. That story. Go ahead.
It says, "Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood."
It said raging in wrath. These Iranian or these Persians, they're sick of you Americans, man. Because what they used to be called Persians, it changed to Iran now, but it's the same people. You know, because they won't call themselves oh, where are you from? Iranian. They'll say I'm Persian. You know, so that's how you know this them.
Yep.
You know, Iranian people, they don't call themselves Iranian. You ask them where they're from, they're gonna tell you they're from Persia. You know, that's what the scriptures call them, the Persians. You know, Ezekiel, what is it, 38?
Mm-hmm.
The bear or the Russia being a guard unto them.
Yep. This is the word Carmania, Carmania, and Wikipedia says is a historical region that approximately corresponds to the modern Iranian province of Kerman, and was the province of the Arsid, Prussia or Persia in the west, Gedosia in the southeast, Parthia in the north, and Araya to the northeast. Carmania was considered part of Iranian or Irani. Okay, so it tells you there, it says corresponds to the modern Iranian province of Kerman.
Not only Iran and Elam,
Yep.
beefing with Iran, who's Israel's #1 sponsor is America, Babylon.
Right. Yep. Back in 2nd Ezra 15 and 30 says, also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come. How are they going to come with great power? They got a guard onto them, which is the Russian troops, right? The Russian military.
Yep. And they got their own missiles now. You know, yep. This is real quick. Just back to that article. It says part of the article to threats made in recent days by the Zionists. Iran's Armed Forces Chief of Staff Major General Mohammed Bagheri told the state television 16 missiles aimed and annihilated the chosen target. Oh, this shit keep in this exercise, part of the hundreds of Iranian missiles capable. Hold on, this damn pop-ups. What the hell? It says part of the hundreds of Iranian missiles capable of destroying a country that dared to attack Iran were deployed. He added, so like the brother just read, that's that rat, man. The missiles, because they ready to blow Iran off. They said it years ago. One false move from Iran or from Israel, and they're gonna blow Israel off the face of the earth. And they're right there. You know, it's not gonna take very long. It's gonna take a matter of minutes for the missiles to get there. The Iron Dome ain't gonna help. All right, that Israel got. They got the Iron Dome. You know, the missile defense system. That's just gonna fail them, man.
Says, and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Now, to back up the point, go to Joel chapter 2. Okay, because that horrible vision coming in, you know, there's a reason why those nations over there are being pushed to the limit to remember their old ways. Okay,
I read it the other day. It was talking about Libya, and that's one of the nations that it names in Ezekiel 38. It was saying like how America, you know, among other nations as well outside of Libya, like Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, you know, and so on. It was naming Libya, saying that they need help, and who's going to come to rescue them? What the scripture tell you, that's going to be Russia. You know, Gog and Magog, and that's one of the nations that, remember, that's where Gaddafi was from. Yep. So that was one of the nations that got fucked by America, man. Now they're in all the turmoil, even though they were living it up, not living it up, but they were doing good when Gaddafi was in power. Then America went in there with their bullshit. So that's another country, you know, which is in North Africa, Libya, I believe. Yeah, North Africa, which is, you know, a lot of Ishmaelites out there. But go ahead.
This is Joel chapter 2 and verse 20. It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, which is Saudi Arabia. Okay, and that's where Esau is mainly at. All right, that area, Saudi Arabia, the Arabian Peninsula. Okay, even all the way up to Israel. All right, and it says, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, and his face towards the East Sea, which the East Sea is what? The Persian Gulf. Okay, well, right now as we speak, Iran is holding war games, drills. Okay,
if I'm not mistaken, yeah, drones. Yeah. I have reposted the video, you know, shared it on the YouTube. Brothers can check it out there. They show you the drones and those ballistic missiles being shot off, hitting their targets. So they're precise. Their weaponry is precise out there in Iran, and that's what the scriptures talk about. Well, we'll get to it, yeah. But that's them niggas is ready to go, man. They're not just some chumps off the block.
Yep. It says, with his face towards the east sea, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea, and the hinder part, his face towards the east sea being the Persian Gulf, which is facing Iran, that's where Esau wants to get up into. And then the utmost sea, the sea that's behind him, is the Red Sea.
Yeah, and that's why they I remember I had checked it out. There's the military bases in the Middle East. A bunch of the beast nations, especially America, they have all these bases around the Middle East. But there's one strategic spot that's at the entering of the Red Sea, and it's called, the country's called Eurasia. Eurasia starts with an E. It's right next to Kenya and all that. It's the Horn, pretty much, right there by the Red Sea. Well, there's so many bases there for France, Britain, Germany, U.S., Spain. Because why? Because that's the Red Sea right there. There's the strategic spot right there to stop ships from coming into the Red Sea. Stop military ships from coming in, or whatever the case may be. Stop the flow of goods if they need be. Like the whole thing was happening. Remember when them ships somehow clogged the Persian Gulf or some shit? Or the Gulf of Suez. It might have been the Gulf of Suez. So Red Sea.
No, it was the Gulf of Oman, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, it was on the other side then of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, by Iran.
Yep.
But it says, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things. And that's what he's talking about, Esau, man. His stink going up. All right, these other nations are tired of the shit. All right, they're tired of Esau's bullshit. They're remembering their ways, and there's a great destruction getting ready to come to that land. Okay, which is a part of that horrible vision spoken of in that second Ezra that we saw, man. The nation's gearing up. Okay, it says well, that was it on that one. We can go to Joel chapter 3.
Okay, I got a little more on that article here. Right. Look at this. It's called the military drills. This is what they called the military drills by the Iranian.
Yep.
Still doing it?
No. Well, it's good now. Let me there we go. Esau is the goddamn devil, boy. All right, so seek peace and not find it. Let me find that.
It's Ezekiel 7.
Yeah.
Like 25 around there.
Oh yeah, because that's what them devils are. They're going over there in that Middle East region trying to find peace for
stabilize the region.
Stabilize the region, but all they're doing is destabilizing the region.
You're the one bringing havoc. America's the one that's gone havoc to that whole region, from the Fertile Crescent all the way down to North Africa. Libya, what else? Oman, Yemen, all that shit is shit. Yemen and Saudi Arabia, they be fucking niggas dying every day over there because they got conflicts, which is a war. What else? Sudan, all that, Egypt, Jordan, Yemen, Lebanon, all that shit is in turmoil. Thanks to the good old USA, man. They've been out there for decades, man, since the first Desert Storm. Fucking shit up. Talking about we need to bring stability to the region, but they bring instability and confusion.
Right.
That's why Afghanistan wanted them niggas out. Yep. Now they banning women from driving, banning people from listening to music in the car. The Taliban, they said, look, you can't even listen to music because we know what fucking bullshit you listening to, man. Listening to USA XM radio over here in Pakistan. Enough of that shit, man. They had enough. Because look, remember in Revelation, was it 17? They said the nations are mad now. Because they drinking of this the cup, drinking of this wine, the philosophies of America, and now they're sick of it, man.
Yep.
They realize that, look, you didn't do nothing but make whores out of our women, throw our government over, and now everything's in chaos. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 7, and I'll start at verse 24. It says, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. Now this happened to Israel. This happened to the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We went off, so the Lord brought the worst of the heathen. But now, who do you have over there? You have Esau. So now Deuteronomy 30:7 is going to kick in on their asses. So now the Lord is going to bring the worst of the heathen upon Esau over there. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen. That's why they call the wild boar, the Carmanians in that second Ezra said the wild boar, the dragons of Arabia. Okay, these nations are remembering their ways, and the Lord is going to bring a lot of destruction over there in that Middle East region, man. It says, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease. There goes Esau. And their holy places shall be defiled. Verse 25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. And that's what's coming, man, is destruction to that area. Really to the whole world. Okay, but that land over there in the Middle East is going to be destroyed, man.
The Valley of Jehoshaphat, the Valley of Jehoshaphat. This is the Lord's judgment out there. Because that's our land. Of course, the Lord's got to clean that up. You know, bring judgment out there, because everybody want to fight over our land, and none of them is even original people. The people calling themselves Jews, those ain't original. The people calling themselves what's it called? Palestine. That goes back to Philistine. They're not. Those are Ishmaelites out there, man. I mean, you got Jake out there scattered among all people, of course, but those are fucking Ishmaelites. Talking about their Palestinian. When the Hamites were the original Philistines.
It says, verse 25 again, Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. And that's what's been happening. Rumors of the of war starting because of the Gaza Strip. You know, war. Now you got war brewing between Iran and Israel. Israel talking about they got plans to destroy Iran, which you already know who's really propagating that. But it says, and then again, 24. Okay, it says, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest and counsel from the ancients, man. Because that, when people, you know, around the world start to see that destruction is getting, war is getting ready to start over there in the Middle East, people are going to want some answers, because the prophets have been talking about this, you know. But then it's going to be too late, because what it say, the law shall perish from the priest and counsel from the ancients. The Lord is going to cause the tongue of our mouths to cleave unto the roof of our mouths, man. We ain't gonna be talking no more.
Reproving people.
Yep.
I got that real quick. This is Ezekiel 3:26. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, meaning you can't speak, not retarded. It says, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. So what the hell? We've been telling you about these things for decades, telling you how all this shit was gonna accumulate together. Russia and Iran, you know, North Korea, China. And now look what's going on in the world. World War III is on the brink. Israel and Iran are beefing once again. Which then, you know, they've been beefing, but you know, now it's getting closer and closer. Missiles being shot off, man. Even though, you know, remember, what was it, 2021 or maybe 2020, the beginning, when the dude they killed the official dude, Soleimani. Yeah, what they do, they struck back, and then it died down. But now soon it's gonna be somebody gonna shoot a missile and blow some shit up, and then the next person gonna shoot a missile, you know. And we're getting close to that, because we see the mark of the beast being rolled out. All right, now they're putting it right in your face. They're not even hiding it no more. And
even with those, that means the chip is out there. That means destruction's coming. All right, as we just read, destruction cometh, man. Mischief upon mischief. These things are gonna get a whole, you know, real bad for you people, and real fucking quick, man. The Lord has been giving you enough rope to hang yourselves, man. But now the Lord's getting ready to yank. Okay, the Lord's been giving you that rope little by little, but now he's getting ready to pull it real quick and real fast, man. And your neck is gonna snap if you're not ready.
Pull that, like that they pulling the tablecloth off the table, and all the plates still there. But that ain't gonna happen. Shit, everything coming off the table with it.
Yep.
And that's America, man. Everything's going down with America. Everything that you see around the world, society as you know it, all these other kingdoms. Because remember, the Lord said he's gonna have many crowns. So he's taking everybody out when he come back. Not America's the place of great judgment, of course. And then you got the Middle East, but every kingdom is gonna be taken down. Ain't gonna be no government to rule, you know, as Yahweh Shai is ruling. You know, everybody going down when America goes down.
Yep, all the infrastructures that have been set up, you know, all the systems that have been put in place, all that is going to be for naught, man. You know, the kingdom of heaven is going to be established on earth, and it's got nothing to do with 5G. The kingdom of heaven ain't got nothing to do with 6G.
Yeah, everything that poisons you.
Yeah. It ain't got nothing to do with China's economy.
Yeah, Bitcoin and digital currencies.
We in the kingdom using doggy coin.
Yeah, shit, the Shih Tzu or the Shiba Inu or whatever. Yeah, that's all bullshit. It's all gonna be destroyed. Say Malachi 4, leave neither root nor branch. Because America, the Babylon the Great, the whore, has spread her bullshit throughout all these nations. So all these nations have to be put down because some way, in some fashion, they have taken on the way of the whore. So if America gets destroyed, then they have to be destroyed for taking on the bullshit of Babylon the Great. If not, they would continue to propagate the witchcraft. All right, because they've already drunk of it. Yeah, they might be mad, but they still abiding by it. They still living their lives under that bullshit, Cainism. Coast Guard.
But let me get this quick precept. This is Psalms chapter 137 and 7. It says, "Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, and the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundations thereof." You see, so the Lord has remembered that, man. You Edomites had a doing with these other nations of destroying our people down to the foundation. Well, the Lord is getting ready to do the same thing unto y'all. He's gonna, especially you Edomites, all your foundations that you set up, all your
every country.
Yeah, every country you Edomites got a stake in, man. You know, these Edomites ain't stupid, man. They've set themselves up to try to propagate, you know, this society that they think is getting ready to be established out here, which is that New World Order. But the Lord is getting ready to destroy everything about it, man, down to the foundation, just like you said about us, man. The Lord, King David said there, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof," man. And then what it say at the end of that precept, it says, verse 8, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us," man. And we're going to be happy when we see the Lord destroy this place, man.
And get to be partakers of it, Lord. Look, because that's what I think it's in the 149 says, this is the saints, the honor of the saints.
Yep. This honor has the saints.
Yep. So, and it said, raise it. Esau was the one telling, burn it. And there was robbing shit from the temple, burning shit down. Well, guess what? Now the Lord's gonna raise it on your ass. Burn your shit down. Burn your great kingdom down, and everything else with it. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Saints just doing this thing we're talking about, you know. So we want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahshai, Bahashem, Rachah HaKadosh. Double honor to the elders, apostles, the great millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out His truth and His truth and sincerity. That we say Shalom.
Shalom.